if you watch the end of Training Day, we've talked about this before, but I want to talk about it again. The end of Training Day, right? It's all going down, and it's going downhill.
Oh, yeah.
For Denzel. Going downhill for him.
Uh-huh.
And I look to his, if I'm not mistaken, right, and there's Terry Crews.
That's right.
Staring
him down. Staring him down.
Now,
He's like, King Kong ain't got bleep on me. And listen, I'll never forget that night. You have to understand, I showed up just to watch. A friend of mine, he was the location manager, and he was like, hey, man, you can come down. Denzel's working in L.A. You can come down and see Denzel work. I was like, I would love to.
Now, you were already Team Money on the Battle Dome?
I was already Team Money. I was like, I was doing my little acting thing, but it was like, whatever. And the director, Antoine Fuqua, came over and said, hey, man, you want to be in this movie? And I was like, what? Yeah. And I was actually in another scene in Training Day. He said, take your shirt off and go to the roof. And I was at the scene where they were clipping pigeons, where he's like clapping and the pigeons are in the air and Denzel's coming into the cul-de-sac. And then he said, come back every night and I'll put you in different places. So I came back on that night and there was Denzel's big scene. He says, I want you standing right there. Let me tell you, my mother freaked out. She was like, oh my God, you're in this movie. And when it was on the Oscars, when Denzel won the Academy Award, they showed that scene. And my mother was like, you're on the Oscars? I was like, no, I'm not. But I'm in the clip on the Oscars. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, Rich, if that was all I ever did in my career, I would have been super happy.
What was it like, though, to watch him deliver those lines in that scene, in that moment?
Unreal. First of all, again, the same feeling I had walking into the locker room and seeing all those NFL greats and knowing I was playing with them. Like, we are about to go on the field together. That was the same feeling I had being on that scene, in that scene with Denzel. And I'm going, I'm in this movie. Like, you got to understand, I am a little kid from Flint, Michigan. I'm living in what I call way above whatever I could ask or think. Every day, and that's why I'm the most grateful man in Hollywood. You can't find a man more grateful than me because I know where I could be. You know what I mean? I know what was out there, and it was nothing. And so I look at my trajectory, and I'm going, this is unreal. I look at my wife every day, and we're like, can you believe this?
This is happening.
It's really great.
Yeah, you can believe it, for sure. And so when Denzel's done with that soliloquy, does he need a minute, or do you...
Oh, no, I didn't mess with him. But you know what I did? I did sneak something. I didn't take anything, but I saw his script. And he had his script. It was laying on the car, like when he's in between scenes and the whole thing. And he had written on the cover, the wages of sin is death. And I was like, wow. Like, this is how deep he goes. And it's funny because I found out later that they were trying to think about making him live so they could do a sequel. And he was like, I won't do this movie because I'm so bad, you got to kill me. Because he said, it was written on his script, the wages of sin is death. And I was like, this dude is the man. Like I'm watching, and you got to understand, after all those years of picking up little traits from the different people and all that, and I take it with me, man. I'm like, man, I will never forget this, and it's going to make me a better performer. The fact that he would go that far and try to learn his motivations, it was a masterclass. Let's say that.
That's what he wrote on his script.
Isn't that incredible?
That is crazy.
It's incredible.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.